Good morning and welcome to Write with Rachel. I'm Rachel and I'm going to be your guide today. In today's writing workshop, we're first going to pick a card. Our writing prompt will be based upon whatever playing card I pick. After that, I'm going to improvise 4 different directions we could take our story. And then the next thing I'll do is write a story in 10 minutes or less. I encourage you to write along with me, or if you prefer, you can just sit back and watch my messy handwriting fill the screen. So let's get started by choosing our prompt of the day. And let's see what we're going to get today. I've shuffled these cards. I have no idea what order they're in. And today, let's go with this card right here. And today we have the 9 of Spades. The 9 of Spades. Let's start building out our prompt. As I work through this prompt, I encourage you to think about the number 9 and also think about the word spade, what that can mean, different euphemisms, different words for the meaning spade. I also encourage you, as a bonus, to consider today's sensory word, which is sound. So if you want to incorporate the sound today into your story, perhaps the sound of a spade or another sound, you're welcome to do so. Let's start off with a character, and let's say our character's name is Adelaide or Addie. So Addie walks into a gardening store. She's looking for a spade. It's for a gardening project, just a small one. But there are so many to choose from. 9, in fact. Just as she's picked the perfect one, a police officer walks into the store. And dot, dot, dot. We could also take this in another direction. Let's say our next character is named Richie, and Richie is in a beauty pageant. He's actually a very cute puppy, and he's learned a special trick. He performs for the judges, and one yells out that puppy has talents in spades. Dot, dot, dot. We could also go in another direction. Let's say we have a character, and our character over here is Megan. Megan walks into her favorite ice cream store. They only have 9 flavors every day, and they always serve them in a different way. Today, it's the flower flavors, and they are serving them with little spades. Dot, dot, dot. And let's do one more. Let's say we have Cam. Cam is in Las Vegas. It's a new place to gamble. He hears the clinking of the ice against his glass as he prays for the one card he needs, the elusive 9 of spades. The dealer shuffles, and then dot dot dot. There you have it, 4 different approaches to writing a story that is prompted by this card, the 9 of spades. I also encourage you, as you use the tilt method, to remember that our philosophy with tilt is that we want to keep the story moving along. Our goal is to finish a draft, keep the story moving, and to keep the story moving, we are going to pause reality. We are not going to pause the story. So if you need to add a little bit of magic or infuse some imagination, I encourage you to do so. Remember, you can always revise a first draft, but if you don't have a draft, you can't revise anything. In a moment, I'm going to ring the bell, flip my hourglass, and start writing my 10-minute story. I would love to have you write along with me. Since I'm modeling my writing process for you, I will be talking through it as I write. You could mute the sound if you would like to write in silence. If you're catching this on the replay, it can also be fun to mute the sound and speed things up to watch how quickly my hand can fill the screen at 2 or 3 times the speed. My hourglass is 4.5 minutes, so you'll see that I leave a little pause in between. And if you're ready to start writing, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So here we go. My character is introducing herself. Her name is Megan. She's the owner of the Garden Ice Cream Shop. She tells us they always have to find new ways to attract customers. And she thinks that she finally found a winner. People have found that they really like the flower named ice creams. But what they really like is how she serves the ice cream with scoops that look like miniature garden spades. Not only that, I also worked with a vendor to create spoons that look like mini spades. And the idea took off. Now we're one of those can't miss places in our town of Rose Place. People come from all over the world to visit our gardens and stop by, not for a scoop of ice cream, but for a spade. Even our social media has gotten popular with our reviewers saying garden ice cream has it going on in spades. And honestly, everything was going really well until one day when a detective stopped by. We thought he was just there for ice cream, like everyone else. But what he told us was shocking. In fact, apparently, we'd unconsciously created a market for tiny spades, not just a novelty spoon, but a tool, you know, and I hate to say it, but one of those murder tools. You might wonder, who could you murder with a tiny spade? And that's a good question. I asked the same thing, and the detective said he couldn't disclose it. After hours of interviews, I couldn't really help him. We couldn't figure out any customers who might have killed someone with a tiny spade. And I had no connections to the black market. He left me his card and took home a gallon of ice cream. That night, after I'd closed up, I'd just beeped open my car when I felt a mosquito bite on my neck. I tried to smack it away, but it didn't stop. I looked. It was a Barbie doll, a talking Barbie doll. Give me all the spades, she ordered. Play your cards right, or else. And that's the end of my story drafting for today. If you're in a good flow, I encourage you to keep writing. After I post this video, I will include several items in the description. You'll see a synopsis of the 4 story ideas. You'll also see a summary of my micro story. In the comment, I'll include some ideas of how I might revise the story if I was going to finish it. And I'll also include a discussion question in the description in case you want to have a discussion about this story. If you enjoyed writing with me today, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. I hold these writing workshops every Monday through Friday. Thank you for writing with me today, and I will see you again soon.